Yeah, I had it up on another tab, but wasn't watching it.
Yeah, no worries. You're good. Okay, we are back up. That was 59 minutes. So the stream has been was off for about 35 minutes.
That's good to hear.
Let's get a recap, DM.
No, we're good. I'll just skip ahead, and the people who are watching can figure it out as we go.
That's
Stuff
fun.
happened. That's the recap.
There you go. So as you guys are sitting down, asking Kips, go ahead and give me the insight check to see if Kips is telling the truth. You said you got
I
what?
did 22. 22.
Yeah, Kips is technically telling the truth. He has got the best he is the most medically skilled on these lands.
Can I tell with that insight what his feelings towards the Sea Elves and this war might be?
Kips, what are your feelings towards the Sea Elves in this war?
I don't fucking care.
He seems neutral.
Okay. So, Kips, you've led these battles before? Is what I was heard.
Yeah.
Can I ask, just, to learn more about the tactics and all, why they put a healer in front, in charge of the battle? It seems unusual.
I'm shooting now. I'm giving Zaya the death glare because I'm technically a healer too.
I'm ignoring him because I'm talking to Kips.
I haven't really thought of it that much. I suppose it's because I'm not really going to die.
Oh, not really. Are you very hardy then?
No, I'm just gonna watch y'all. I'm just gonna chill.
So these creatures, or creature I've been hearing about, it's a leviathan?
From what I know.
How common are they around here?
How common are they around here?
Improv. Kips,
Who are you
improv.
talking to?
I'm talking to you, DM.
Improv, Kips, improv.
He's telling you to improv.
Improv.
Fairly uncommon.
I don't go outside often.
Would I,
Usually I talk to the DM each time I lied out of my ass.
would I, as just being from the Tiefling lands, know how common these creatures usually are?
Leviathans?
Yeah.
The very few times you've ever heard about them in stories is typically very uncommon. They're very rare creatures, and they're typically on par with krakens when it comes to their ability to sink ships or ship armadas. They really do dislike pretty much any ship in their territory.
Okay, and do I know if they work in packs or alone?
Leviathans, you've never heard of more than one in an area, but most people who live don't live to see more than one.
Kips, you seem like a very well-educated man. I'm assuming as a doctor you know much about plant and animal life. Do you know these leviathans, if they're solitary hunters?
Internal screaming. If you can't tell, I'm internally screaming in my head right now.
Malthor got a hold of some of the brown root in the background as well.
I could hear that. Hey, don't go rummaging through my stuff.
I haven't touched your bags. Grump. Malthor's standing there silently, just angrily looking back and forth between freaking the doctor
Kips
and
the
Kips
queen
and Zaya, just staring daggers into both of them.
Also, Kips,
you can't speak.
Kips, you do see that there's another person at the table, as the one referenced as Ilya is sitting there just chewing on food at this point, just watching and listening.
Are you gonna answer the question?
Huh? Oh.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Well, that's a shame. I suppose I'll find out when I come to watch the battle. How long have you been working for the Sea Elves?
This one should be in your backstory.
Do they pay well here?
I'm just here to continue my research, really. That's all I'm here for.
Oh, so you're not interested in money, you're interested in research.
For the most part, yeah.
Very interesting. Well, I suppose if you're ever traveling and looking for places to work or research, I'm sure the Tiefling Kingdoms could use a good bit of help. There was an incident with lots of undead. Yes, lots of dead people and ghouls and the whatnot.
Did I hear undead?
Yes, there was an incident. We had Rakshasa invade the land, and lots of people
Did
were
I
turned
hear
undead. Are you asking the DM or me?
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
Mouth or
Is there a
not,
problem with
solemnly.
that? I mean, I know it's a problem, but
Where
you
do I
seem.
sign up?
Oh, well, once
Mouth
we.
holds up a piece of paper and just slides it across the table.
Yeah,
He
contract.
took sign up. He took sign up literally.
I immediately
No.
begin writing in doctor speak.
Yes. So
Mouth or
ineligible.
not, walks over and starts nodding perfectly, understanding every word of it, just,
Zaya's watching, and she's gonna shoot a glance to Captain just to try to like make sure he's okay.
Captain stuffing his face.
Does he look okay? Do I sense panic? Can I insight him? Is it Captain? Is it a fraud?
Is it a Rakshasa?
I'm not mute.
Color his eyes.
My eyes are blue.
DM?
What?
Did I insight to see if Captain's okay or if he's doing all right?
Sure.
Okay. So while they're signing the legal papers, I got 15.
Captain, how you feeling, buddy?
Who know? Memento.
Oh, is it?
Like
Am I
crap
gonna
that
be
Steamer is missing.
PM'd?
No.
Am
He is
I gonna get
completely vacant
PM'd?
inside. What do? That is me.
That is how he is feeling, I guess.
What do
But
I
that's
do?
internal. That is like.
Oh, so
Yes.
do I
It's
pick
glinting in
up
his
on that?
eyes.
Captain's panicking.
Okay.
Silently panicking.
Is this
What
Kip's
I would
guy? He's
actually
just
be doing is I would be just like 1,000-mile stare into my food.
so Kips is distracted. Is there anyone else in the room
There's not.
watching us? Can I get Captain's attention and kind of give a gesture like, what is it? Like try to see if he can sign it out to me if he knows that.
Would I notice that?
Give me a perception check, Kips.
Okay.
And this is
I'm
I'm
glad-
distracting you with,
like
with contract signing.
Yeah, I'm like giving like, do I need to make a sleight of
I
hand
don't
check to
notice
like
that.
sign
Well, like-
to Captain?
What are you
I got-
trying to do to get my attention?
Well, I can nudge
Tail
you with my
whip.
tail. How close? Yeah, how close am I? Can I poke it with my tail?
Under the table, you think you could probably reach?
Watch your
Yeah,
aim.
poke.
Please. Okay, let's give a
Roll.
roll to unarmed strike.
Oh gosh, with my tail. Okay, what's my? You shouldn't have said anything, Captain. I get a +4, so let's see where this goes. I got an 8.
Captain, does an 8 hit your AC?
My AC is 15.
So yes, all right, got it. So as you poke a hole in Captain's leg, Captain suddenly notices things.
Yep. Gonna look over, Captain.
Your tail just.
Captain, you
jabbing
just
him
feel
uncomfortably.
something very, like a limb, someone's arm kind of wrapping around your leg
Sharp.
slightly.
Well, I was like poking it with the sharp pointed end, like tap
Oh!
tap 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 tap.
You okay?
Oh,
So
that
you
makes it
feel,
worse.
Captain, you feel something poking you. You start to wonder if there's a maid under the table.
Oh, no.
Yes! Yes!
No,
Yes,
Captain, just look
Good
over
job.
here, Christ's sake.
Austin
I-
Powers.
10 triplicate.
Look under the table to see if there's anyone fucking there.
Give me a perception check,
God.
Captain.
Mm.
Crit fail, crit
Oh.
fail.
No, I didn't critically fail. Shut up. Perception. 15 in total.
Alright, recognizing Zaya's tail from the many a time she's flicked it your direction to catch your attention.
I look
Mhm.
over.
I'm going to what languages does Captain All speak?
I can speak. Well, actually, 2 of them I can't speak at the moment because I don't have my fucking Mjolnir. Common, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
Okay, I'm going to in Elvish, like once I've gotten his attention,
They know
I'm gonna
Elvish.
be giving. Yeah, well, not the people. I'm more worried about Kips. I'm gonna give you an intense look, but I'm saying, so how have things been going, Ilya? Has everything been all right with the preparations of the Holy Order and all? But as I'm saying this, I'm giving you the intense look that I am not really wanting to know about that.
Understanding that, I say, yeah, my conditions were well met. I had a good rest. Had a lovely meal.
My hammer is missing.
Working on it.
How
Had
you?
a slight concern with some items when I got dressed again. I tried to put a little bit more enunciation on that.
Oh, is that so? Well, has everything there in well working condition? Have you tried to look around?
Your mic cut out for me at that last part. I don't know what you said.
I think she's disconnecting. Give her a moment.
Okay.
You were in wireless connections.
Yeah.
Suck.
Cyrus is typing something, so be afraid.
Oh god,
Always afraid.
Cyrus.
Maya, we can't hear you.
You sound like I should. Mute.
Kips breathes heavily.
Heard you for a second there.
Yeah, sorry. Apparently, it showed me still in the voice chat, but no one was talking, so I'm back.
Yeah,
You
cut
want to
out.
reiterate whatever you said?
Could you reiterate what you said because you cut out like halfway through?
Oh, well, I said, well, is everything there and in working condition? Have you looked around or tried to ask to solve this problem?
I just like kind of wide-eyed do a small head shake no.
Yes, yes. Well, I suppose we should try to figure it out soon. Then I'll do my best to keep my eye out for any assistance. But my magical abilities aren't allowed here, so I can only do so much. And I add emphasis on not allowed.
DM, would I notice the hammer's missing off of him?
Give me
Since
a.
I traveled with it.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check to see if you know, or Perception.
I will go with perception because that's higher.
So is this confirmed then that?
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Zaya?
So does Malthor have writing utensils and writing stuff out just in the open right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Can I cast Mage Hand to take a little bit of that and then write a note to pass to Captain?
As you do so, Kips, you notice that suddenly stuff's moving around and that the paper is being torn away.
I slap my hand on the paper.
What a breeze. Malthor, is everything all right? Are you working the legalities out of having him come to the Tiefling lands?
Malthor just nods slowly. Eyes very narrow. He's very angry. You can tell this.
Kips, as you look over the contract, it says something about your body and soul being handed to Gaul, that you're directed to give up any toes and any hands, as well as any thumbs. And
with my own bare thumbs.
I point to the bottom and say this, and it reads, "This contract was written by Gaul." And just nod and say it with the look of just accept it.
And to answer your question from earlier, Malthor, you don't notice that the hammer is missing. So Kips, do you
Okay.
sign the contract?
I don't want to give my toes to somebody.
Just
Malthor,
rewrite
after
a new
hearing that,
one.
takes the quill from him, crosses out toes, writes spleen.
What's the spleen used for?
Malthor shrugs.
Absolutely.
Wait, no, should I give him
nothing.
should I give him a medical check for that?
No, you're good. If you just shrug, that's fine.
If the
I
current contract isn't to your liking, we can discuss rewriting it. I didn't look at the contract that Gall wrote, so I'm sure we could figure something out.
You see, as you flip open the page, you just see a well-drawn, tiefling tanned ass that says Gaul was here.
That's impressive.
Malthor looks very annoyed.
I am a man that appreciates fine art, and that certainly is something.
I just realized Gall's a fucking tiefling. I don't know why I pictured him as human this entire time.
No, yeah, he's a tiefling.
Captain, as you're kind of sitting there watching all this, Malthor, put the dice down. Play with them one more time, and I end you.
Karen, stop playing with your sword and your dice.
All right,
Really
yeah.
likes to play with the sword.
Captain, as you're sitting there kind of trying to figure out what happened to your hammer, you see what comes in as the maids from earlier, still dressed in their full outfits, dragging Cyrus, who is completely unconscious, along with a few other what looks to be Nords, and carrying a hammer, or what you recognize as your hammer.
Define dragging.
Cyrus looks unconscious.
I'm going to look over
I'm
an
gonna be
alarm.
standing up in my chair.
Yeah. What's going on? What's the meaning of this?
The maid kind of.
Malthor's looking over worried.
The maid kind of drops them all down, sets the hammer down, and goes, "What? Someone decided to pass out brown root drinks again. Your friend here may have," and he looks to Kips with a kind of a like, "Can you explain this? I don't want to."
Did he take the brown root?
They nod. Both maids nod simultaneously. They're pointing to all of the Nords.
They all took the brown root?
Can I
Nods
insight
again.
that?
Can I roll a check to see if I know what that is?
You can roll medicine, Malthor. Zaya, roll insight.
Yeah, because I
27.
got 21.
Malthor, you've never heard of brown root, and Zaya, it seems they're telling the truth.
Okay, what's the meaning of? Well, I
Brown
suppose the
root
cleric
is
is
a
here.
really
What's that
strong- Brown root
hammer
is-
doing there?
Kips, go ahead.
Brown root is a really strong laxative. They probably just crapped themselves so hard they went unconscious.
Malthor nods in agreement. This makes medical sense.
It does.
One of the maids looks at you and points to Cyrus and says, "That one we just hit over the head with a hammer."
Oh,
You
okay,
have
that
the
makes
hammer from where?
He sets
That
it
looks
down.
very familiar.
He sets it down in front of Ilya and goes, "Your Highness, we apologize. One of the servants was caught trying to walk off with this thing. For some reason, said servant had flaming hair and had glowing red eyes, but we assume that had to do with more of it being a holy artifact of some sort, and him not being a true believer, so we made sure to take care of him." Cyrus, is at this point you start to come to and find yourself sitting inside the dining palace on the floor, staring up at the ceiling, not remembering a damn thing of what happened.
Can
I slowly
Kips,
look around.
Did he wipe
could
his
you
head?
tend to his
and
wounds?
just kind of get figure out where I'm at. Probably start to recognize that I'm in the dining hall that I was in the other night.
Yeah, and you see Ilya, or Captain, you see Malthor, you see Kips, and you see Zaya.
Malthor waves.
Where did they set down the hammer?
Right on the table in front of you, Captain.
Okay, then I'm just gonna grab it and attach it to the belt.
Okay, you do
And
so.
if I did take any damage from getting knocked out, okay. Because if I did, I got that regenerations.
Nope, you don't recall actually for some reason you don't recall getting hit.
Okay.
The last thing you recall is joking with the other Nordic guys about you not particularly joking, but listening to them joke about the princeling in the restroom dying of screams and grunts, and then suddenly waking up here.
Okay.
Cyrus, are you okay now?
I, kind of the, like, do I got all my hands, fingers, toes type of a thing.
Everything's there.
Yeah, it's just kind of that look around of like, yeah, I think so.
Are you still a man?
How does he smell?
Give me a perception check, Kips.
I just want to make sure he doesn't smell like he shit himself.
Yeah.
I got a 9. Did he shit himself?
Alright, give me a moment. Let me
What's your
PM you.
passive?
My passive is... Where is it? 15.
Okay.
My passive is 14.
So would we all smell it if he crapped himself?
Well, the others crap themselves, so...
you brought the other Nords, and it's gonna smell like shit regardless.
He
Yeah,
smells
so I gotta
rancid.
cover my nose.
He smells
Why?
rancid.
And the chat goes quiet.
Malthor puts the paper away and pulls out a blank one and writes, "You're a doctor. I practice medicine as well," and sets it in front of Kips so that he can read.
Are the maids still there?
Yep, they're just standing there awkwardly.
Could you please remove these people? We're trying to eat. I'm afraid I'm losing my appetite. And I kind of like slide the plate over and kind of, have a very displeased look on my face as I'm looking over at the Nords who shit themselves.
Alright, as one of the maids pulls out a hammer from behind his back and smacks Cyrus in the head, Cyrus does a 25 hit your AC.
Did I see the attack coming?
No, you never even saw the man armed.
Not that one.
Otherwise, I would try to shield.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and give me a, give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can react.
Okay.
Unless you have a spell specifically as a reaction.
Well, I do shield as a reaction.
Oh, then never mind. Don't worry about that.
No.
Alright, as you cast your spell.
I would be 24. I don't remember what you said, but I
25.
Okay.
So
it shatters through
the
magic.
shield shatters and smacks you straight up the head. Everything starts to go dark. And they begin dragging you guys out.
I wish to speak to that one. He's a companion.
Sorry, Your Highness. Following orders. And they just start dragging them out.
I'm gonna look over at
Malthor
Kips.
just puts his face in his hand and just, after handing Kip that note that he just wrote, and just then looks at Zayat shaking his head.
I'm gonna glare at Malthor, and then I'm gonna look at Kips. A calm expression, pleasant smile. Can I ask where the barracks are? I did need to speak to him before they departed for the battle. And I'm
Yes,
appearing
Kips.
calm.
Where are the barracks?
Give directions.
That way.
That way.
I knew directions.
Which way do you point, Kips?
What way is the barracks?
Which way do you point?
I'm gonna put. I'm gonna point west.
All right. As he points west, back towards where Captain's apartment was, and where the sea elf maids just took Cyrus and compatriots, dragging them off to an watery doom. Yeah.
Okay. I make note, and can I give a glance to Captain and see if he confirms this, if he'd know? If he knows about the barracks?
I would know about the barracks, and I would confirm that is in the right direction.
Okay.
I would just say, just head a little bit past the high suite, and probably a good, 200 yards later, you'll reach the barracks.
Wonderful, wonderful. Speaking of Captain, before I head out to check on our companion, how have the strategizing and the training been going for the battle?
Wait, Zaya, you call him Captain?
Yes, because I've told everyone
Yes.
before that it's a term of endearment
Kips.
or joke amongst us.
Hearing this term, of a man who's supposed to be the Grand Master of a holy order. Captain is an insult to the rank, and typically they're called His Holiness, High Holiness, or Your Honor is another expression for it.
I just look at her in disgust upon her uttering the word.
Do I notice this?
Give me a perception check. I mean, he's not hiding it very well, I assume.
Not.
Yes.
No.
So do I just see it with my passive, or do you still want me to make a check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
23 to notice.
Captain,
8.
congratulations. Yeah, you both notice Kip's disgust as much as a fur bull could be disgusted.
Oh, my apologies. I did not explain. I have known Captain for a while now. It's a joking term among friends. I'm sorry. We don't. I forget this around other people, and I smile apologetically to him. No harm, no foul.
I knew her before I was ever even part of this order. It was just a joke as children. Think nothing of it.
Kips?
So be it.
Okay. All right.
Why did they just go completely
silent?
Yes, are they finished signing the contract for the Tiefling lands?
I don't know.
Scribbling.
Kips.
No, Malthor has put that away because Kip said he didn't like it. So then Malthor wrote, "I study medicine as well. Glad to know there's going to be someone else to help me keep people actually going." And then on the other side of the sheet of paper, he wrote "Tieflings are weird" and pointed at Zaya.
Do I notice this?
It's pretty obvious. Yes, Kips? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I agree.
Okay.
Is Malthor within tail range?
No,
he is not. He is standing behind Kips.
Well, how far away is he?
Far enough away that you cannot seduce him with your tail.
No, I wanted to poke him in the ass for being an ass. But okay. I'll just.
Malthor comes up to follow you though.
Yeah, no, when I take my leave to go try to visit Cyrus and the Bears. Before that, I'll turn to Captain and be like, Captain, what are you? Sorry, Ilya. I should use proper terms. What are your plans for today before you head out to battle?
I plan on doing some reading. Gonna meet up with the men afterwards. I want to do a little bit of, just a little bit of research and reconnaissance of what exactly this creature is, and
yes.
Kips, I would also like a word with you when you have a moment.
Of course.
Yes, when you head off to see the men, I would like to join you. I am interested in learning about the battle, and I may have some information useful to you. And I smile.
I nod.
As you lot continue your discussion, Cyrus, we're going to come to you for a moment. You awaken in a very dark room. You see all around you seems to be simple wooden walls with what looks to be horseshoes hung up on them. You see a saddle off to your right, and you notice that you are what feels like strapped down to some sort of table, stomach down, and you realize you feel an uncomfortable breeze, as well as a strange heat towards your feet.
You're gonna be tortured.
Okay.
No, this is worse.
You said it's dark in here?
Yes.
I just attempt to look around to see what the hell is going on and see if I can get out of whatever I am strapped into.
All right, as you look around, you see that your hands seem to be tied with some sort of leather strips. You kind of move your feet slightly and feel that they're also strapped down. Looking around, you see what looks to be four other tables, one with each one with one of your Nordic companions. And then you notice that there's a fire in the center of the room, kind of as you tilt your head as far back, giving your neck an awkward angle and kind of causing a little bit of pain to yourself. And you see what looks to be one of the maids from earlier. You think it's the one that smacked you in the head, holding what looks to be a long iron shaft or rod. At the end of it, you notice a circle-like object being red or flaming red.
Okay. Which I can probably guess from the princeling showing me his thing is whatever that sigil is.
Mm-hmm. That's a safe guess.
Fucking shield.
You aren't gagged, so.
Right.
Is it your turn to
So
lie out of your ass? Because you're gonna have to save it here in a second.
Yeah. Let's see. So you said me and the 3 other tables.
4 other tables, yeah.
4 other tables.
Mm-hmm.
And just one of these
Maids, yep.
maids.
Correct.
I will. And the maid is off doing or not doing. Wrong word. Off by one of the other tables right now.
He is in the middle of the room. Heating up what looks to be the circle up brand. Yep, it's starting to glow, and he has a very creepy smile on his face.
How far away is he from where I am right now? Within 30 feet?
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Okay. I will. Hang on, let me get to my right thing here.
Cyrus has been planning for this for weeks. You guys don't even know.
I will Misty Step, or attempt to Misty Step.
Okay.
Off of my table, and I want to appear directly behind the maid so that it's the maid and then the fire.
Okay. As you do so, he doesn't even seem to notice as he's staring down at the fire and the brand.
Okay. And then I want to.
All right. I assume an 11 doesn't save.
Nope. Yeah, Con's DC 17. So he takes 22 force damage.
Okay. He immediately drops.
Is pushed 15 feet away from me.
Okay. As he does,
then hopefully into the fire.
As he trips over, as the fire pit's kind of raised out of the ground, landing from the force, slamming into the other side of the fire pit, he falls in. He's unconscious and burning currently.
Okay.
He also dropped the brand.
Yeah, that's fine. I got one more potential thing here.
Oh no.
No, because that one's as soon as it takes damage, but he's unconscious anyway. You know what? I am going to. I assume I still have all of my stuff on me.
Oh yeah, everything's on you. Yep.
Your pants are around your ankles, though.
Right.
Or did they get blown off by the
Oh, dang it.
Cyrus, are you just thinking of ways to torture this man now? I mean, I don't blame you, but I'm just asking.
I am actually going to pull my longsword.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to attempt to just stick it down through him in the fire, even though he's unconscious.
Okay, he gives up no resistance, so it's an auto crit. You impale him straight through. He is bleeding.
What the fuck?
Everywhere. You're pretty sure he's dead, as a man doesn't tip. You don't even have to hit.
Yeah.
That was his last fail.
Kind of what I was going for, is he was going to stay on the fire.
All right, yeah. His body is still burning. He is completely dead now.
I will unstrap the other guys.
They are all unconscious still.
Oh, they are all unconscious?
Yeah, they're not dead. They're just knocked out. Or rather, they've been knocked down. They've been just knocked out.
You know, you could use that brand to wake them up.
Huh. To be honest, I gotta remember what
Just slap them.
alignment I chose.
Cyrus, oh no. True to him right there.
Let the
Obliterate the man. All right, what's my alignment?
Looks at his flaws, his ideals. Would I do
Yeah.
this?
Would I have just done that?
Either before or right now, do I notice any sort of family sigils, like rings or anything like that,
Yeah.
that were on these people?
Each of them have a different ring from the different noble houses they had told you about prior to.
Okay. At this point, Cyrus is kind of glad that nobody else is around.
Uh-huh.
With them unconscious, I am going to use my sword and take the rings on all of them.
So you're going to cut the fingers off?
Nope. I am going to slice their throats.
Oh, shit! That went dark! Oh! As Cyrus
Okay.
goes to grab each one individually, slicing the throats, you get to the end of the line. The first three don't wake up in the slightest. As you get to the end of the line, the princeling, the one that you met, the son of the second, son, or the prince of the prince of the Nordlands, he starts to come to consciousness, like his eyes barely opening as he looks up at you, completely confused as you put your sword to his throat. Do you still...
I continue. Yep.
As you go and drag it across with a slow and preciseness to make it as painless, I assume, as possible, the blood starts
Yes,
to
that is what I'm
spew.
going for as quick
Okay.
as possible.
The blood starts to spew, and the man just looks up at you, and you see him mouth the words "why," and passes out, eyes closed, down, face down on the table.
I just kind of whisper, "I'm sorry."
What is your alignment?
You now have 4 sigil rings, by the way.
It's a true neutral, but there's other stuff that falls into play.
Yep.
They pissed him off.
Cyrus really loves nobility, for those who didn't know. He is truly a man who is for the nobles. He stands by the conservatives.
Are there any other weapons? Do these guys have weapons?
They did not. As you
Are there
rifle
any
through
other
their
weapons I
pockets...
sent in the room?
You know what? Give me a perception check. Let me go grab the book.
Okay.
God.
Meanwhile, with the rest of the party.
See, here's the thing.
I have this irking feeling that Cyrus just murdered some people.
Before any of this fucking happened, I already had some shit that I had planned for Ricard in order to get out, because obviously his room's going to be guarded. It's not going to be necessarily guarded when he gets out.
Well,
we were talking
I'm
about
good.
escaping
I
during
can't
the...
kill them.
Okay.
Kill them in good faith.
You just fucking stand for them.
Well, I wouldn't have cared.
Stand for them. At least I have the decency to kill them quickly.
I was going to say, slitting their necks, bleeding out takes at least like 5 minutes.
Well, if he's stabbed deep enough in their throat, they would die instantly, wouldn't they?
They'd start
No.
running out of blood.
Well,
That's even
Well,
worse, though.
there is no way other than decapitation to kill them quickly. I mean, even in the heart's 30 seconds.
Or-
So.
I mean, you could cauterize the wound and just make them unable to ever speak again.
But I was going for a quick death.
Cyrus, give me a D100 roll, please.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You find a legendary weapon.
Yeah, you find a lich. Congrats.
100 Leviathans break into the room with the fire.
Exclamation R, right?
Trin, why'd you just type mods? What? 85. Okay. Give me a moment to get to that. Alright, this works. You find a medallion on the prince. So this medallion is a simple piece of what looks to be iron. wrapped.
Okay.
That is just a simple chain, or is on a chain, and it has the picture of a large wolf, kind of carved into it, just the head like howling.
Okay. Do I recognize it at all from anything back home?
Give me a history check to see if you do. Yeah, this is a very rare medallion. This is a medallion representing the first Knights Order of the Nords, called the Knights of the Lycanthropes. You recognize this item as it gives the ability to become a werewolf.
I will put it on and tuck it underneath the rest of my clothes.
You will now have the ability from now on to turn into a werewolf.
Okay.
At will. It does get
and
only one charge per day,
I figured so.
and it resets after each short rest.
Okay.
I will add it
And
later.
then
Mhm.
my overall plan for the scene is I'm gonna say I'll just say the princeling.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to try to set the scene up as is the princeling somehow got out, attacked the guard, and then or attacked the maid, and then attacked the rest of us. And I will go to the point of actually causing some damage to myself, minor damage, but
Mhm.
some damage to myself. And probably prestidigitation to also help with making it look like I was in a rough and tumble fight.
Okay. So as you set the bodies up, moving the body of the princeling to make it look like he was slain by you, cut down by you, after you wiggled free, handing him what looks to be the iron poker after kind of moving it about to make it look like, or to set it up to where it would stab someone, similar to how you stabbed the
Yeah, and
maid.
I do have I believe I had a small knife just as part of like an adventuring gear thing, so not really a full dagger. So
Oh, okay.
I'd probably also maybe have that like strewn a little bit off to the side.
Okay. All right, as you do so, the body, you set up the body to make it look like after cutting the throats of the others, bloodying the small knife, and tossing it to the side or right in his hand where he fell. As you walk out, I assume you open the door at that point.
Yeah, but faking, stumbling like
Mhm.
I'm hurt.
As you
And if
kind
I
of,
did
oh,
take
go ahead.
damage, I can make note of that too, because I will go to the point of actually attempting to take some hit points off.
All right, yeah, give me a D4 roll real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you auto hit yourself, as you probably won't resist.
Yeah.
I would like to resist
Four.
myself.
You take 4 points of no, just bludgeoning damage. As you start to walk out, smearing a little blood on your face just to get the effect, even though it's not your blood, it's one from
Yep.
one of the bodies. Opening the door, the maid looks at you that's standing guard, and you can kind of see as you open up that this is like on the outskirts of the town, far off from the barracks, and this looks to be a simple wooden hut. Maid looks, she goes, "What happened to you?" As he kind of looks past.
I'm just looking at my deception is not that great.
The more truth you tell, the lower the DC.
Yep.
They're all dead.
I will say they're all dead. I woke up and
Defended myself.
Shush,
defended
Malthor.
myself. Yeah, no, I was actually going to go with that. I woke up and defended myself. I don't know what happened.
Okay, roll deception for me.
Okay. Damn it.
The guy looks at you and goes, "So you woke up, you defended yourself, and you don't know what happened. How did you defend yourself?"
When I woke up, there was fighting. I was able to misty step out of my binds, and then I just swung.
And he looks into the room. How did that man get a cut on his throat then? As he points to the princeling.
I did that while he was attacking me.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I assume you've been branded. You look beat up
Yes.
enough. All right. Well, go on back to the barracks. As he turns and smacks you right on the ass as hard as he can.
Oof, that's still a little tender.
The guy just kind of smiles and goes, God damn it, this is the third time this happened this week. I gotta find the resurrection bottle again. He mumbles to himself, grabbing the elven maid out of the fire and patting it down, what's left of the corpse. All right.
So it's just me and him right now?
Yep.
Oh.
And as you look him over, he is not armed.
Cyrus goes for another
Spaghetti-O.
kill count. He'll be on top of the leaderboard.
Oh man, I will.
Snapping someone's neck isn't that hard.
Yeah, except I have a 10 strength.
Cutting out his throat.
Through the back isn't.
Come on, guys, let him decide.
I was just joking around.
I will hearing that he has to help clean this up. Offer to assist him. In if I can help get this potion or whatever, I can help with this other guy. I'm attempting to try to figure out where this potential potion is, and then I will use an opportunity to end him.
Okay, roll persuasion to see if you can convince him.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Shit. The man looks and goes, yeah, there's a bottle of true resurrection out on the back of the building. It's in you'll see a little iron safe. The code is 3106, I believe.
Okay. Would you like me to go get that while you start here?
Yeah, I need to get the bodies moved about before he ends up getting pissy again at me. Last time this happened was a problem.
Okay, I will go to where he said and attempt to open the safe with the 3106.
Okay, as you go to turn it, it pops open. This seems a simple iron safe, and you see 4 bottles, all with the same blue fluid in them.
Oh, my heart's racing. I will take all 4 bottles.
Okay.
Put it back into my pack.
Mm-hmm.
I will then attempt to, not very well, but not necessarily trying to be overtly sneaky, just trying to walk quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can, I will attempt to do a similar thing. If I can make use of the fire through positioning, I will end up pulse waving that guy again.
Through the wall?
No, like walking back around inside. And kind of like starting to help a little bit, but then maybe placing myself so that if I can make use of the fire to help with its damage, I will attempt to pulse wave him into the fire again.
As you
Or this guy into the fire.
Oh, god damn it! As you kind of go in to go false, let's say, offering to help, he just tells you to get behind him and help him pull as he's trying to pull this body out of the fire. And as you step behind him, activating your spell. Oh shit! He flies into the fire himself, dying almost instantly. Oh fuck me! The guy smashes his head as you see it kind of like blood leaking out into the fire and just starts to char.
Yeah, as long as I think that he is fully dead, I will not attempt to also end him again.
So
If you
new
attempt
plan,
to
we just
succeed,
have
apparently.
Cyrus pulse wave everyone into fire. That's the new plan.
I
Dark
will.
Lord got it.
So
This is a good
this
plan.
area is there like a? God, I'm going so for like stealthy RPG right now.
I
Is
wish I was
there-
there.
Assassin's
I-
Creed.
Yeah, is
I
there
wish
like
I was.
a
Cyrus, quick question.
side storage room or something like that? I kind of want to clean up here and.
Okay. What's your
Yeah,
passive
go ahead.
perception?
13.
Okay. So as I assume the idea is you're gonna Assassin's Creed or Hitman fucking put the bodies in the side room and
Essentially.
lock it. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
as you kind of find the side broom closet, you start shoving bodies in there. You notice looking at the maid's foot, like his leg, he has an interesting mark on his leg. Looking closer at it, you recognize this mark as the same sigil as the one that the Damies and the Lord of this land had on him, on all of his armor and items.
Okay. Would I have an understanding of why they may have that?
Give me a history check.
History. It seemed to not go through. It was an 11.
You remember reading somewhere that the Deerco in ancient times used to brand nobles with their own sigil mark on a body part that their house is known for having extreme power to.
Okay, and this was on their leg, you
Yep.
said? Okay. Yeah, so I will continue trying to Assassin's Creed it.
Okay.
Clean up the space.
Alright,
man.
I will also attempt to hide the brand somewhere else.
Bury it in the backyard.
All right.
They'll never find it.
As you lock up or as you shut the door, the body's moved in there after a few hours. Hiding or going ahead and taking the brand and tossing it out back into a bucket you saw next to the safe that was filled with water and closing it back up. It's about roughly at this point around afternoon. You remember Nesh mentioning something about you having to report to the barracks by that point to be to get teleported off to the battlefield.
Yep.
Fuck.
Kind of once I'm done, I will. I've got. God, have used up my third levels. I will go ahead. I will use sending because I'm assuming that I am going to be way too far away and can't pinpoint Zaya anyway to try to use messaging. Yeah. Last third level slot. Had issues. This is what I'll say to Zaya. Had issues. Killed 2 maids, including Nords. We need to figure out an escape plan quick.
Okay, and I can respond to this?
So
Yes.
and Zaya, at this point, you, Captain, Kips, and Malthor are kind of going over a general strategy on what you're going to be doing to deal with this Leviathan, and what Kips's general battle plan is on how to deal with it, given the small little group of men he's been given. Kips mentions at the same time that he does have the keys to the Great Dork that he had managed to be assigned at one point and still has them set up in his quarters. And since he did say he's gonna take anything useful, he would still have them on him. And yeah.
Okay. When I respond, is it out loud or mentally? To sending.
Mentally.
Okay, I'll respond. Noted. Thinking of plan. Maybe trust Kips, like questioning, and then get here quick. And then I'm gonna go to Captain. And is it just us in the room? Like
you, Malthor, Captain, and Kips.
How
Kips,
close
no
am I to
one-
Kips?
At
no
this
one
point,
else?
you guys are all looking over a map that Kips has pulled out of the battle area that he has drawn, and you realize he is not a great artist.
Am I
Podcast
opposite of him or adjacent?
Right beside him.
Can I attempt to use my bracelet to oh no, I don't have a bracelet. I just have a cantrip. Sorry. Can I attempt to message Captain?
Sure.
Like wherever the room is. I don't know if it's like out of the
Kips, give me a
dining room.
perception check.
Sure.
Yeah, do I sleight of hand? Because I technically have to move my mouth, but he can't hear the words. And
Yeah.
my hair
that's
is
fine.
still long enough to cover my face.
Yes, Kips?
18.
18. Got it.
Do I roll sleight of hand or stealth?
You are going to be rolling stealth for to try and do what you're doing.
Okay.
Rowan.
Okay. 10.
Okay. It's pretty obvious. Kips can see you mouthing the words.
So what you guys talking about?
Well, before he says that, do I have a chance to actually get a message to Captain, or does he stop me mid-sentence?
I mean, the message can go through. It's just up to you to continue to talk.
Okay, I'm gonna relay to Captain. Well, I assume I got to the point of Cyrus messaged, and then I'm gonna assume, like, Kip's broken. I'm gonna look at him and be like, sorry, talking to myself, it's an old habit. I'm trying to figure out our best course of action. I really don't know anything about, war strategy. And I look like exasperated over the map.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, can I deceive him?
Roll deception, Zaya, and insight for Kips. Also, Kips,
20.
you feel something kind of touching your back pocket during this whole ordeal.
My back pocket.
I am talking to him, though.
Yeah, something feels as if it's grabbing your ass, if you will.
The
And you
tail.
do see that Malthor is right behind you, to be fair.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
I got a
interested in
20
men.
for deception.
Alright, and
Uh,
Kips? What was your insight roll?
I failed.
Alright, yeah, Kips, you believe her.
Mhm.
Also, Kips, you do see, like I said, Malthor is standing behind you, but you feel someone grabbing your ass right now.
I am
Like
not
full-on
interested
cupping.
in men.
Kips
Malthor
says,
has
straight-
both his hands on paper and pen, trying to write something, looking distracted.
Is everything alright, Kip?
I'm just
What would I
gonna
roll
check.
for that?
So, as I was saying,
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Woo.
if all else fails and the battle starts to be lost, do you guys plan to retreat? Is it a fight to the death situation?
Kips, you feel something kind of pull your ass for a second, and then like a slight tug, and then it stops. As Malthor is still behind you, kind of between you and Zaya.
Alright, I'm turning around and seeing what's going on.
You see
I'm writing
Malthor
on
standing there writing on paper.
Malthor looks at him, turns the paper around, and with a simple sentence of, "Can you freeze a Leviathan?"
Yes.
What is okay, whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. No, I don't have anything to freeze the Leviathan. However, I was planning on, if things got too rough for us to handle, I do have banishment.
Malthor points to the sword at his side, and writes, "I do some ice spells with this at range."
Hello?
Hello,
there.
welcome back.
Yeah, it shows me as in the voice chat. So I don't know why, but I'm back now.
Okay.
Whatever I missed. I don't know what I missed.
Somebody grabbing my ass. I don't know.
Malthor
No, yeah, I
was
got that part.
molesting Kips's ass while and then trying to pass it
Is
off as he was
he,
writing.
Is Kip's super distracted now?
Well, he looks irritated at Malthor right now.
Can I attempt another stealth check to try to once more message Captain?
Sure.
Can I?
Yep. Roll perception,
With advantage
Kips.
because he's distracted?
No,
Or
but
no?
Kips will roll at disadvantage because he's not paying attention to you directly.
14.
All right,
Oh, I
Kips.
bet he has high perception.
Then,
I would hope so as a doctor.
not that high. Okay. That is 13. Fucking hell.
14.
All right. As
Okay.
Zaya mouths off the words, you're still staring at Malthor's letter or paper as he's writing more ideas down, trying to come up with a way to deal with the Leviathan. You're starting to get annoyed
Okay,
by the
I'm-
situation as you were supposed to have left about 20 minutes ago to the barracks to meet with the recruits.
Brian,
gonna
Dragon Turtle?
God damn it.
I'd like to tell Captain, Cyrus killed the Nords and killed the maids. May have to leave sooner than expected. I have ships still. We should go. And that's what I'll tell the captain.
Who all
no
is
one
in the
can-
room?
It's everyone but Cyrus.
But Cyrus.
Okay, so there's me, Zaya, Malthor, Kips.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep. That you see.
I'm gonna make a quick check around the room to make sure that it is truly just us.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Can I also do a perception check?
No.
13.
It seems like everything is it's just you guys. It's been you guys for the last few hours.
Were we just in a room, a map room by the barracks?
No, you've been in the dining hall the whole time, and
Oh.
Kips is starting to get irritated by the look as he's looking at the clock up on the wall.
I get back
We
to
don't?
being adjacent with Kips, and I quickly draw Cutlass, put mouth over Kips, put hand over Kips' mouth. Sorry. And I place Cutlass near but not on neck.
Kips, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you see this coming.
Okay. Perception. Where is it?
Malthor, quick, grab his ass
I'll
to
roll
distract
sleight of
him.
hand if I have to.
That would be a 16.
All right. You do see it. As Captain puts his hand over your mouth and puts the sword to your throat. If you have a reaction, you have a chance to use it.
Bonus action. There's
Reaction.
something I can do for a bonus action. Can I do it?
What is it?
It's hidden step.
Let me look at
I
that.
turn
real quick.
invisible technically until the start of my next turn, but
Okay.
we're not in combat. But yeah.
As you do this, Captain, your hand does touch, and you put your sword where you think his throat was. Just as you do this, though, Kips disappears.
But I still
Okay.
feel him, right?
You feel his hot breath.
I hold tight.
Do I see this happen?
Yes, but one moment. Kips, you do notice Captain's hand is covered in a black resin of sorts. It smells god-awful. Just
Is-
pointing out details.
What is it?
Can I do anything?
Okay,
Kips, what would you like to do?
Me or Trent?
I said Kips, don't worry.
I'm gonna cast
Oh.
a banishment on him.
Okay.
Can I do
that's,
dispel magic?
give me an
Counter
arcana.
spell.
Well, you can't see it, Zaya. That's the issue. You wouldn't know he's doing it.
Unless, yeah.
And what's the DC on that, Tren? What's the saving throw that he has to roll?
Charisma.
Charisma. All right, Captain, give us a charisma
17.
check
+5.
I can do that.
or
You're within
charisma saving
10 feet
throw.
of-
Sorry.
You're within 10 feet of mouth, or you get +5 health on.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Okay, so +2, +5, that's 7. It's gonna be a total of 19.
Damn.
All right, the spell fails. Kips is invisible. Captain, what are you gonna say as the situation's going on?
Don't scream. I do not want to hurt you, but I will if I have to.
Can I say something?
What's up?
Well, I want to try to, while this is happening, like, get hush, but talk. We would like you alive. You could be an ally, but we have to escape here. They're not good people here. and we need to go.
I'll be right back for one moment. Sorry. I
No
have
worries,
to
Kips.
speak
But
to
I'm trying to persuade Kip to not like just turn against us,
give
trying
him
to
a moment.
persuade him to our side. Yeah, that's just what I want him to do. Is like, hey, please
Yep.
join us. We really
Yep.
don't want you to die. We're just in a bad place.
All right, we'll come back to this in a moment while
Okay.
Kips takes off for a moment.
This has been a session, guys.
Cyrus, as you're
Yes.
kind of walking your way through the streets trying to stay out of sight, you see something off in the distance in the around, kind of swimming around the bubble, a very large creature of sorts as the waves or as the water seems to almost part for it. This long, you'd guess probably around 30
I'm back.
feet to 30 to 40 feet in thickness, just from what you can see, is swimming around the bubble.
Okay.
So, just to mention. All right, yes. So, Kips, as Zaya tries to persuade you that they want you to join them and that these people are bad people.
Yeah.
What would you
We
like?
don't want to hurt you. We just need allies. We could pay you if you work for us. We just have to go now. We're in a bad spot. Like, this is just a I'm trying to convince you, like, this is a misunderstanding. We don't mean harm. We just need to go ASAP. You can come with us.
Take the weapon off my throat at the very
not-
least?
It's not
Can
on
I
his throat. It's just
insight-
hovering near.
Yeah, can I insight to see if
Malthor's
he'll, like,
gonna just
try something
Pinch
if
the
he does?
blade and push it away.
Oh, all right.
Sheathe
Malthor is
the
pushing the
weapon.
blade away.
We can speak.
And he speaks for a moment, and this is the first time he's speaking since Kip's met him. I think we can trust this one. It's gonna be fine. He doesn't seem
Can I-
loyal to these guys. He's loyal to the science of medicine.
Can I insight Gips's
Nope.
voice? Okay. Well, I can't do anything if Malthor is going to be contesting Captain Strength. So I'm just here.
I'm not
Captain-
exactly. Well, that's just it. I'm not like stiff and rigid or anything. I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't call for guards.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if he tries to pinch my blade and pull it away, he's gonna do so successfully. I'm not like
All right.
Okay.
Push
As
holding
the-
it there.
gently.
As the blade is moved away from your throat, Kips, your mouth is still somewhat covered.
Thank you. You can be civil about this. Jesus. Anyways,
I apologize for him.
I appreciate
We've
it.
been
Thank
through
you.
a lot.
Fill me
Skeletor
in.
over there
What
isn't
seems to
always
be
the
the
most
issue?
pleasant.
Fill me in. Give me everything and the truth. Don't lie.
Okay, I've been waiting for this.
Because you're terrible at it.
I've been
Everybody knows that you aren't actually, who you say
trying
you
my
are.
best, okay, and it's working for now. Even if they believe me. I don't care. I am Captain Ricard Bennett. These are my compatriots. Obviously, you know the Queen. This is Malthor. You met my friend Cyrus. He's my charter. I really, really need to get back to him.
You need to get back to him.
It's at that
I
point
need
you
to make
see
sure
as
he's
Cyrus
okay.
is walking through the door, having managed to avoid the guards throughout this entire endeavor, and looks a little messed up.
I'm gonna rush over if I see him and I see him looking damaged.
He does got a bruise on his cheek and some blood on him.
The blood
Are
isn't
you
his.
alright? Is everything okay? Were you seen?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can I
mean,
look behind him
obviously
to
I
see
made
if
it
he was
here.
followed?
There's no one following him.
Okay, I'm gonna do a first level cure wounds on him. I'm gonna like just touch his shoulder gently.
Okay.
Now,
Alright.
if we're gonna leave, we need to leave. Now, we can explain as we go, but the more time we spend waiting here, the more dangerous it gets for everybody involved.
Okay.
10
I-
for you,
I
Cyrus.
got- DM,
Yes.
you remember the spell we talked about earlier, right?
Uh-huh.
Could I do that real quick? I'd like to get to my lab and put the stuff that I, grabbed with me. That way I don't carry it all the time. I just
Okay.
want to put it in there real quick.
As you just see a door, a bronze door just suddenly appear in front of Kips as he walks in.
Oh. Can I
I
Arcana?
hold the door open.
As you look in there, it's a small, what looks to be a little room with that's somewhat well lit, a simple metal desk, and a couple of notes scattered about, some drawings on there, and a few different herbs and such from the local area. As Kips just sets some stuff down and then walks back out.
I close the
Good.
door behind him very politely.
Okay.
The door closes and disappears.
Do you have a means to get out of here fast without people knowing?
Do
I don't think
have
any of us want to fight a Leviathan or potentially more.
I don't want to fight anything, honestly.
Did I see any of the whale subs on my way there?
Yeah, you
like
did see the
ours.
Great Dork was still parked in the same place you left it.
Yeah, thinking back, because I remember the one guy pulled the crystal out when we were debarking.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see what he did with it?
You did not. He seemed to head off in a different direction. However, you do notice Captain has a crystal that's identical looking to the one you saw earlier, sitting or hanging out of his belt or his pocket right now.
Yeah, Malthor or Captain, whoever. What is it you guys gave me that was related to the whale last session? A rod?
That would have been Malthor, the control rod of the whale.
Yeah. Okay, so I have that.
So wait, we have the rod, the control rod for the whale,
and
Captain. I think that crystal you have on your belt would be able to power it.
And I have
back.
this, and I'll like show the rod and like offer it like out to Captain, I guess, if he wants it. Oh yeah, because you're gonna know how to drive it, not me.
None of us know how to fucking drive it, but let's go.
I'm gonna take the rod and I'm just going to like gesture like my hand moving down, like everyone like stay quiet, stay low.
I turn? I want to
look
at
everybody. You guys are all starting to figure out what you're doing. You hear a familiar voice as Dummies sounds like she's coming down the hallway towards your direction. And you just hear go, Kips, my father's calling for you. Where are you now?
Hang on. 5th level, what is that? 5th level, what is that?
Full person.
I could 4 people. How many of us are there?
5.
Leave
okay.
Behind. He can walk out perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast 5th level invisibility and turn everyone but Malthor invisible.
Okay.
Or
just whoosh.
Turned him invisible and not me.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, Malthor, you're invisible. Stay quiet. Shut up.
As she comes walking around the corner and looks and goes, "Oh, Kips, it's good to see you. My father was asking if you could go pick up one of the some of the meat that was left over on the Great Dork for us. Where did the others go? Did they finally head off?"
Oh, they are making some final preparations as I'm looking over the battle strategies.
She kind of walks over and looks at the map, kind of says, "Oh, yes, I recognize this map. You drew this earlier." She's like, "It's a wondrous piece of art. If you wouldn't mind, I would love to hold on to it once you are done with it."
You are more than welcome to do such.
She smiles and goes, such a good teacher. Anyways, yes, so you'll already have the keys to the Great Dork, and, we'll, I wish you well on the battlefield, and don't forget to go get that meat for us. If you could bring us that back after you get return, that'd be great. And she just kind of smiles and gives you a wink and turns around and walks off.
All right, sounds good.
As she heads around the corner, disappearing.
Okay. Saya has a large, I don't know if Cyrus can hear it, but she is the most loud mental sigh of relief ever while invisible. Like, just like, that was a close call. So everyone's still invisible.
Except Kips.
Yeah, except Kips. I'm gonna kind of walk over a good enough distance, respecting the space, but whisper, "Should we follow you invisible?"
I think you guys should go a little bit ahead of me. I'll catch up in a bit. I shouldn't be that long.
Okay. Did we hear the directions to the Great Dork?
I think I saw it on my way. Grab his shoulder and be like, "We follow him very quietly."
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the sound of Cyrus's voice and also like grab his shoulder.
Yeah, kind of do the
The
invisible
buddy
blind dog
system.
thing. Yeah, buddy system.
Just wrap our arms around,
I'm just
lead
imagining
the way.
the kindergarten thing of holding hands as they walk down
Yeah.
a line.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody
Kips.
needs to draw that.
All
Someone
right.
needs to draw that.
As Cyrus, Captain, Malthor, and Zaya start heading off in that direction, Kips, you said you wanted to wait a little bit behind. What'd you want to do?
Yeah. I just wanted to, make sure that nobody was, that the person that just left is not in the area or anything.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 21.
You do see Dami's eye. You see her kind of just for a second as she pokes her head back around the corner.
Oh, hello there. I thought you were leaving. What seems to be the issue? Is there something you needed?
She kind of comes around. She says, "I could have sworn I heard voices. It was
Oh,
strange."
I've been working on ventriloquism. It's a little hobby of mine I've been starting.
Give me a deception roll.
Okay.
Give her an example.
That would be a 19.
She looks at you and goes, "Where's your dummy?"
Point at yourself, motherfucker.
I point at myself.
Huh. Alright, well, hey, you should really head up the taverns for that. You could make some really good gold. You're really good at doing voices. I could have sworn Zaya Ravensong was in the room.
I've been working on it for a while. I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. Positive feedback.
She's smiling. Goes, well, I guess yeah. Then I'll have a great one. As you see her finally walk her out, and this time after watching for a few moments, she seems to be gone as you hear her footsteps off in the distance.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start heading to the what is it called? The Great Dork?
Great Dork, yes.
Okay, can somebody please explain the name of this thing? Why is it...
Inside joke.
Captain.
It's a big yellow
big orange
whale that is or orange. Because it's gold
metallic.
Yeah, I'm aware it's a whale. I was informed of the whale beforehand.
Yeah, it's a submarine, basically.
It's a submarine? It's
Yes.
just in the shape of a whale.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an animatronic.
Okay. Is it large?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's about the size of a ship or bigger.
It does have the word "great" in its name.
Yes.
Wait. I
It
feel
would
like
be
we're
kind of
forgetting a
sad if it
person.
was pretty short.
So as you guys
No,
begin,
because we killed the Nords.
Anyways, yeah.
Oh
I'll
no,
head on
someone
over
else,
to...
someone more important, someone that can navigate.
I'll head on over to this.
Well, they
Great
were
Dork,
gonna
as they call it.
assassinate him. They were gonna kill him, and he was probably gonna tell them about our lie. So I say we ditch.
as you guys are heading back toward in the direction, Kips, you've actually seen the Great Dork once or twice when it's been stationed here. It's usually followed by the Grand Master of the Holy Order is usually the one riding in it. As you head that direction, you see that the thing seems to be bustling with a little bit of interest, as there's a head on a spike that you notice, as you seem to have somehow found a shortcut and beaten the other members to it. As you look at the head, you recognize this as one of the heirs to the throne of the Heli, and a very, very valuable prisoner that you were told about that you guys were going to be sent to capture eventually.
That's... How did they get him? Okay.
As you I assume get onto the Great Dork.
Yep.
No, as you do so, the guards looking and go, "Oh, Kips, sir, we're just renovating this, getting it ready for to head back to battle."
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. How is that going to be much longer?
We're just you have the crystal to reactivate it, right, sir?
Do I?
You did.
Oh, did you see us holding it?
He did not.
Oh.
He's like,
I have
I believe so, as I just frantically check my pockets.
As you reach into your back pocket, you find this really sticky black resin, and for a moment your hand gets stuck. And then as you pull your hand back out, that was the last place you remember putting the key. Or the crystal.
I seem to have... Oh. You know what? I'm certain I know where it is. But yeah. How long should this take? Hopefully not too long.
Well, no, we're already set up and ready to go. She's ready to
Oh.
leave at any moment. We just need you to get the crystal for us, and we can refire her up. We haven't found the control rod. I guess that must have vanished during this situation.
Probably. Okay, yeah. Let me just try and find out where this is.
Would you like us to stay here and hold off the ruffians? I mean, as you can see, as he points to the crowd surrounding the head on a spike, we've had many a people admiring the local lord's work.
No, I believe you guys can. You're more than welcome to head on out. This situation should be able. I can handle the situation. It should be fine.
All right, have a good day, Kips. We wish you the best of luck on the battlefield and slaying that Leviathan. It's been swimming around here left and right.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure we'll blow that thing out of the water.
They both smile and nod and head off on their own. A few minutes later, yes, go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead. What's up?
No, go ahead. It's
okay.
Fine.
A few moments later, you hear, or you feel as Cyrus kind of bumps into you slightly, just kind of tapping you on the shoulder, I imagine, or as he enters in, and the group has vanished. Out of the people that were looking at the head have taken off and gone off their own direction.
By
yes?
the way, when we get close enough, I'm gonna make the head glow by using light on it.
The what?
As we enter into as we come up, if the group was still there, I was gonna be a smart ass and
it's gonna dispel your invisibility. Casting a spell will
attack.
It's a spell or attack. It will get rid of your invisibility. And so no.
The group's not there. I don't.
All right, as you guys get onto the boat, Kips, you feel their presence, both literally and figuratively. As a bunch of noise of tapping. Oh god! As a bunch of tapping of feet. As you go into the pillow fort, Kip or Malthor, you see that there's blood everywhere in that room. Your pillows are soaked.
I come out of the pillow fort very angry.
Okay.
Once we're all inside the ship, I'll dispel the invisibility, by the way. But once I know everyone's inside the ship.
Yeah,
and we're out of view.
As everyone gets on, heading into at least the kitchen or farther back, Captain, you have both the rod and the crystal.
Do any of you know how to run this thing?
Give me 5 minutes, I'll have it running in no time.
Captain, Kips, do you know if this thing has any attack measures? There is a Leviathan lurking around.
I believe the ship does have weapons, yes.
Good. We need to learn how to control them ASAP.
However, I have no idea how they operate.
Okay, Captain, you'll know. Or Cyrus, would you have any idea on like these mechanisms? This is far past my comprehension.
You don't see me in the area.
All right, as Captain just goes into as he's standing in the kitchen one moment and then he's gone suddenly as you see a hole in the ground and you see the crystal is floating much larger now in the center of what looks to be a few conductors that are shooting off energy out of them. Captain has disappeared. Captain, we're going to start with you for a moment. As you get down into this thing and you set the crystal in, immediately a secondary room opens in this bottom portion and takes you into what looks like the very large submarine control room. And you see in the center of it, a stick of what looks to be iron just sticking out of the ground in the perfect shape of the rod that you currently have in your hands.
I do a slight twirl and I place it into the insert.
As you do, the great dork immediately fires up, and you suddenly hear a voice in your head going, "Your orders, Captain."
Stand by.
You hear the mouth suddenly start to shut, so that no one can get on. The thing is now enclosed in, and everything goes quiet. Cyrus, what's the Arcana for?
Just to try to figure out if there's some magical weapons or magically related weapons or anything like that.
You do sense a lot of magic coming from down inside where Captain just went.
I will make my way there and try to help figure it out.
The areas.
Okay. As Cyrus enters in, Captain, into the room, he sees this giant open window, basically where you can see the full entrance to the city, where you guys just left, or where you guys are parked. And you see the control rod just sitting there. And you can see that Captain seems to be contemplating something or thinking. Malthor, as you start to look around, what are you looking for? Or
I'm just making sure we're stocked up on food and anything else, and then I'm checking out the forge again, examining it, making sure it's still in working order.
As you open the kitchen up, it's fully stocked with each of your favorites.
Yes.
All right, now back to the forge.
All right. As you go to the back, you notice that there is no forge, but there is suddenly, as you notice, the door is made of a bronze material. As you open it, you see Kips's lab.
I'm gonna sigh slightly and then just close the door and be like, okay, so that's good. There was a forge there before.
Yes.
DM?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to make an investigation to see if there are any weapons controls in this module.
Go ahead. Go ahead with advantage since it's a ship.
All right.
Well,
yes, Zaya?
I was gonna say, while I was there, can I investigate like Arcana or whatever to see if there's like any shield or magical or physical defenses on the ship?
Sure.
Okay, is that just Arcana?
Okay, Captain.
Oh.
Zaya, Arcana. Raise the shield.
21.
You don't sense any weapons. Captain, looking around, there's no other controls other than the control rod, stick, and that's it.
Alright.
Did I find any shields?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So bad news, guys. We may be facing a Leviathan in a non-magical ship.
Malthor just kneels down. Malthor first goes, what were you looking for?
Shields, weapons, anything to defend us against the Leviathan. I don't.
Shielding. Malthor puts his hands together, starts saying small prayers to Normac, puts a hand on the floor of the ship, and focuses casting Shield of Faith on the entire fucking ship.
Oh!
As
you can do that?
As you go about doing so, the Shield of Faith spell doesn't activate, but Captain, you suddenly hear something in your head go, ships activated. Shields activating.
Okay. I say in my head, weapon systems?
Weapon systems. Question.
Diagnostics.
Available to chooser.
Leviathan killing.
Run full ship diagnostics.
Ship runs on the original owner or the controller of the control rod in the decision of what modules become available. In example, should a person who has experience with the other planes or a tiny hut spell arrives on the ship and is considered a classified owner rank or above, they are able to bring that tiny hut into full recognition on the ship as a portion of the module. The ship has 12 modules in total. 6 of them are on the upper deck, 6 of them are on the bottom deck, and there are 4 weapon modules and 2 shield modules.
Alright. I like it.
Kips, your drug lab is fully operational and has been slightly upgraded as you look. You have a full vial set now. You have a couple of the local fauna and flora. It's ready to go.
I'm just going to just scream, oh, fuck yes.
I'm gonna look at Kips and be like, what kind of doctor are you anyways?
You see
the
an anesthesia.
kind.
Zaya's a little concerned.
There's a rat with an ear on its back, kind of crawling around.
Wait, there's a rat? There's a rat?
There's a rat with an ear on its back crawling around.
Do I have like a little rat farm full of rats to breed
As
them?
you look down, you do see a little cage that seems to be spawning rats for you.
I'm gonna pick up the rat, put it back in the cage, and just put the cage in his lab and leave it there.
Okay. All right,
Can I-
Captain. Yes, one sec, Zaya. What are you gonna do, Captain?
Zaya, message. I sent you one.
Okay, let me read. I didn't get a notification.
Kips is gonna
Okay,
start doing stuff.
can I attempt to find everyone or get everyone together in a
Um,
group?
As Kips is as you kind of go into Kips's lab, you notice that he's started looking around the lab. You also notice he has a little control area where he's got a couple of rods sticking up and a giant window there with what looks to be some sort of excavation tool from on the outside of the whale. That seems to be
Okay.
designed to swallow things up and suck them into the lab itself. As he kind of follows you out, a little distracted, Malthor following as well. You find Cyrus and Captain both in what is, you realize, the main control hub of the Great Dork.
Okay, I've been told by Captain that everything is operational and ready to go. We are ready to take off whenever needed. I believe we should take up posts, if there are any, and be prepared to face the Leviathan. If push comes to shove, we have the ship as a means of escape.
Do I know exactly the territory?
So go ahead, Kips.
Do I know exactly like the territory that the Leviathan is usually sighted in, like the area that they've been typically sighted in?
The ocean.
Of course, the fucking ocean.
As of recent, the sightings have been within up to 1 to 200 feet of the city itself, so it's been swimming around. The only reason it hasn't been able to pierce the bubble is due to the mage core that is at the center of the keep. Which just so happened that someone killed 2 of the mage core and has weakened the shields. Or the bubble.
Oh, fun. Then we should just help the
Good job,
Leviathan.
Cyrus.
Oops.
Oops, I did it again.
Maybe we could deal with the Leviathan for safe passage for trade ships from the Tiefling
Wait.
lands?
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Wait
Kips?
a
I say
second.
escape first, negotiate second, and
I
fight
remember. Wait a second. Give me. What is there a problem?
Yes, Kips?
I'm not taking no.
Oh,
What
not
here?
us.
No. Mm-hmm.
Kips, mute yourself, man. Alright, Captain. You have the helm.
At this
Come on,
point, I yell, "Is everyone ready?"
Is there
Malthor nods.
posts we could take, like weapons we could take up, or
Malthor
help
nods
control?
and it says, "Well, wait, hold on. What weapons?" And she's agreeing with Zaya. Weapons for us to use to fight?
Defenses?
Apologize.
Places where I
No
could
worries.
cast spells from? A window?
I don't think you'd want to open a window on something that's underwater,
Look
Zaya.
through a window. Look.
Kips looks to talk. Go ahead, Kips.
I have this little thing. I can communicate to beast and plants, and I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them. I could possibly try and speak to this thing.
I could also attempt to speak to the Leviathan if you need aid to negotiate, but I think maybe trying to flee would be the first option.
Oh, of course. But I mean,
Then we can negotiate.
Make a trade.
Yeah.
Alright.
Make a trade. You don't kill us, you get to
I'd
kill the
rather
city.
not fight it.
Do you know anything about the city? Like weaknesses you could bribe it with? It seems like it wants to destroy the city.
Do I know of any particular weaknesses, DM?
Yeah, the only thing
Yeah, I've
controlling
seen-
those that bubble was the 10 wizards, and 2 of them you sense are dead.
So
Blame
it's
we
weaker
did
now.
that.
Yeah.
So it could possibly destroy the city.
And we could let it know we did it, although I'm not sure if we did or
As
not.
Zaya and Kips begin to plan something. Captain, as you think open weapon modules for crew, as soon as this is uttered, Cyrus, Malthor, Kips, and Zaya, you hear the words, weapon modules open, choices.
And I shout, "Pick your poison."
What are the options?
Do I
Pick
know any?
your poison.
Do I know anything
Poison
about Leviathans
activated.
and their weaknesses?
Railgun.
Ice.
Do I know anything about Leviathan's weaknesses?
You do
or
not.
I could guess.
They're considered a mythical creature. So you wouldn't have heard much about them.
Malthor's making a guess that it's in the water, it's not gonna like ice.
I had to go lightning, electricity.
Ice activated. Lightning activated. Rail
Oh.
shooter activated.
Ice also.
ice activated. And as you guys look about you, you suddenly see these 5 little circle rooms open up and expand out the whale into glass little balls with what looks to be wands sticking out of them, prepared with spells and simple buttons on them to move or to press to shoot, and a joystick-like con to move the gun around.
We got a
Malthor's gonna go
boat.
make sure, and he's gonna ask one more thing. Is there a limited number of shots?
There's no words. Kips, as you look at yours, you realize it's not a wand. It's literally shooting chunks of iron. Like out of a cannon.
I like that. I like that.
Ammunition
Number-
count.
Yeah.
As you say that, Captain, it goes magic.
Don't go crazy, but don't worry about it.
Got it,
Okay,
crazy.
understood.
All right, let's go. I'm ready for this.
As
If we
the
need to
group
defend ourselves, we can.
arms themselves, sitting down in their seats. That is where we will leave today's session. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. We will see you next time to see how the crew takes on this Leviathan. Take care now.